a movement that replicates something like this? Would you like to do something to step? Would you like to do something that's more prone or on the floor? What would you like to do? Because I want you to step out to the side to where you feel comfortable and come back home. Step out to the side to where you feel comfortable and come back home. Great work. Step out to the side to where you feel comfortable and come back home. Good. That's all I want you to do. Beautiful. What did we see? So, where would we start? So I'm going to start on the left-hand side, but where are we going to start? And I'll give you three options. We can start at the ankle, we can start at the hip, or we can start at the wrist as well. Where would you like to start? We can go wherever you want. Hey, listen, you're driving the bus, so I'm just here to tell you where you want to go. Bottom up? Fantastic. What I'm going to do, Tom, is I just want to put this, and I'm going to take this to the bony structure. Why have I gone to the fibula head? It's part of the ankle. What has Tom spoken about today? The tissue between the tibia and the fibula. The interosseous membrane. What does it do in motion? When my foot hits the ground, what does it do? That's my too intense one. Well, when you hit the ground, what this interosseous membrane is going to act as is a tissue that starts to negatively accelerate the tibia. In other words, it decelerates the tibia upon motion, upon landing. And if that fibula head can't slide and glide, then I'm going to have a scenario where my interosseous membrane is not going to be able to do the job it's designed to do. It's like the trucks with So, how's that feel? Motor up? Good. I know you're there. Yeah. Not too crazy though? Not too crazy. All I'm doing is I'm just taking that tissue. Now, Tom can do this himself, but I just want him to breathe, relax, and unwind. Just go through that motion of stepping out again. Now, there. Okay. Good. How does that feel? Feels easier on the outside of the leg. Just like you've done something on the outside. I wonder what you think. So let's do this, because you know what I'm more aware of? What's that one? Is the relaxation. Nice.
So that's the difference. I didn't feel that before, but I'm feeling it now.
So let me tell you what I see. What I saw when I saw Tom move, when he gets over to this side here, we'll call it his right side, he wants to stack up beautifully. He's got this lovely ability to be able to stack up, and this foot wants to stay down. When he gets over here, he hasn't got the ability to be able to land and stack up, and of course, what happens? This left ankle says, you know what, or this right ankle I should say, it says, I'm going to come with you. Okay, I haven't got the extensibility in this left lateral hip. What did Tom say before when I had someone prone? Guys, we've got to get these nuggets in our head, because this is the secrets to what really helps us unravel. What does the deep back line and the deep front line of the arm become? Lateral stabilizers, deep front line, lateral. I live in the lateral and I live in the deep front. So important. So if I've given this the freedom to start to communicate, because now the ankle and the hip can start to play the game, all of a sudden Tom says, I can sort of feel it in the left hip. Who diagnosed it? Who assessed it? Do you mind just following me and doing what I do? I'm going to put this on that ASIS region if you can, Tom. And all I want you to do is let that leg come forward. You're going to control how much intensity. Now, all I want you to do is I'm going to roll east-west to see what's tender and what's not. And just go
On the iliac crest.
on the iliac crest. I'm going to roll around there to see what's happened to that tissue area there. That's a bit grumpy. Now, if it doesn't feel too bad, come down a little bit for me. Come down the leg towards them there. Yep. And you're going to find there's going to be a spot that's a little bit grumpy there. Anything there?
Take your belt off.
No, he's below the belt.
So the hottest spot I can get is right where the iliotibial band meets the
Vastus lateralis.
yeah.
Stop.
Right on the leg.
Okay, we'll stop there then. What I want you to do is this. I'm going to let myself, I'm going to breathe in and exhale, I'm going to let myself sink in to the roller, and now I'm just going to east-west. I'm just going to gently drag the tissue. Feel that?
So the roller doesn't roll because you're going east-west on the roller.
Now do this for me, Tom. Bring the hip forward towards me, where you are. Now, I want you to roll over onto that posterior side, and you're going to probably find there's an area there that's a little grumpy as well. Okay? Guys, what I've found in the years gone by, okay, same deal. I'm just going to breathe in, exhale, get heavy on the roller, and I'm just going to east-west it. What I've found is that in the lateral line, you'll either have an anterior or a posterior gluing effect. In other words, they'll either be more dominant to be stuck in the front of the lateral line or posterior of the lateral line. So Tom said, what? Where did he feel it? More back here. So straight away I went to the front because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't causing the back. Well, he went there and couldn't feel it. Okay, cool, mate. Can you just go up, please, mate?
So I'm more glued
on the posterior line. Can you just step out this way? Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Not too big. Just let the body go. What's that look like now? How's that feel now, more important?
Yeah, I'm getting some motion, and I still want a little more motion between my lumbars and the top of my...
Perfect, so let's do this. It's going to be the area that's front there. And the areas where we're going to be more...
Slightly lower.
Yeah, okay. Can you do that for me? So once again, guys, I'm not trying to roll anything to gain the extensibility. I'm going to find the area, and Tom, all I want you to do, for me, there it is right there. It's that whole situation. So it might not be east-west, it might be more south, south, exactly.
Southeast to northwest.
Correct.
So, can I just clarify? You're not rolling, even though the roller is stationary, you're not rolling yourself on the roller.
You're going to feel it. You're
like
shearing
yourself on the roller, rolling yourself on the roller.
Correct. Creating that hydration through the tissue. So what have I said before, mate? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pitch some motion. I can see that when he's stepping over and stepping back, his body's not doing badly. It's just not doing it, in my mind, as efficient as it could be. So when he lands, instead of this system mitigating the stress, what's happening is the lower lumbar's taking a lot of the force. How's that feel, Tom?
I found it perfectly.
Yeah, fantastic. You just go there. Take this right hand for me. I want this to stay stationary, and I'm going to drive this away and just gently externally rotate it, and then come back. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Drive it away.
Stretching into the left.
Come back. And again. Now do this for me. Leave that hand there, and I'm going to drive your left hip away from the roller. Well, don't roll.
Don't roll.
Yeah. And then come back. Drive that hip away from the roller, so your hand doesn't move, and the roller might just get a slight roll. See how my roller's just moving?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a traction effect. I'm using the hip now to take that tissue in a longitudinal motion.
Got it.
But really, what motion it is.
This stuff works.
Feel easier? Well, the nice thing about it is when you're traveling, you just don't know. Tom's going up. He's done how many workshops? A gazillion of them. It was just on fire. It is flying because it's what keeps us all going because we love what we do. But for him to do what he has to do, he has to be able to breathe. And the breath is something that you talk about a lot, but we hardly ever talk about emotion. Now you're just wanting to stack up and stay there. Look at his face. How long did that take? Did I tell him or did I show him?
He told you.
Correct.
Every time you go through the thing and hear people going with grimaces on their face. Makes me feel better. What approximately the speed. It hurts so good. And if they're really good, they're doing stuff like this.
Now, hang on. Now to revisit that lateral step, guys. Revisit it. What's he just done? He's unwound. Can you see what happens? What Tom is saying is that if we feed the body dumb information, we get dumb output. We're doing stuff thinking with the right intention, but we're not doing it with the right execution. So therefore, we're dumbing the body down instead of enhancing the body up. The body changes instantly if we can feed it what it needs. To get structural change, well, that takes years, months maybe. Months. But we can change and empower clients like that. How cool is that? We've got to understand exactly what Tom said. I didn't get half what he said, but the pictures, but I didn't because I'm not a scientific person. I'm a kinesthetic feel touch. The pictures made sense, and when Tom started to bring out those toys, oh, you're in my land now. Yeah. Now I get what you're saying, because now I can connect.
So you didn't get the terminology, but you got the idea.
Correct.
Is that fair?
Correct.
Is that fair?
Yes.
I know some of know this is over your head, but I just want to defend myself here.
No, don't.
I want you to understand that this stuff can be, one, that this stuff can be known, and two, there's a whole bunch of stuff we don't know, that nobody knows yet. Be comfortable in not knowing.